Hello, hello, everybody. How are you? Come on in the room. Oh, I haven't done that in a long time. Hello, everybody. Come on in. We would absolutely love for you to join us in this conversation tonight. I don't know about you, but it's looking like a real crazy, crazy world right now. We're dealing with a whole lot of stuff, and we have an amazing guest to help us just manage and talk through what we're dealing with. So please share this out with someone. Let someone know that we are on tonight. And even if you are watching this in the replay, just type in replay. Let us know you're watching. This is our Real Women Rock live chat. And we are here with you every Thursday night that we have a guest. So come on in and say hello. Our Real Women Rock community sisters faithfully come in and say hello. And then if we have, hey there, come and say hello. I appreciate you being here. I'll go ahead and get started. My name is Trinace Richardson, and I am the founder of Real Women Rock because we do. We exist to create safe spaces for women to do personal development work on themselves, and we do that through sister circles. We host virtual and in-person sister circles. We've been doing it since September 2013, and we help women connect in a meaningful way with each other, grow their personal confidence in who they are and who they are created to be, and to be a catalyst of positive change in the life of someone else and in their own lives. And we do that through discussion, through activities, through connection. We host annual intensives. We've been doing it throughout the pandemic virtually, and we just began getting together in person in the month of July. It was amazing in Maryland. We got together. Hopefully you've gone to our social media pages and seen some of the pictures. We do have one scheduled this coming Saturday in the Hampton Roads area. Anybody out there in Hampton Roads, let us know live or on the replay. We're watching the weather. We will post everywhere if that 80% chance of rain is sticking around. We will let you know very soon. But so far, at 10 a.m., in Kemps River, I believe, in Virginia Beach, we are going to be outside just to honor the space that we are in with the pandemic. We're going to be outside at a park in Virginia Beach at 10 a.m. this coming Saturday, if the weather allows. If not, we will postpone it until September. Okay, so you'll get updates on that by going to our website at realwomenrock.org. Again, that's realwomenrock.org. And if you are in the DC, Maryland, Virginia area, we will be back in this area September 18th. Our Real Women Northern Virginia Circle will be hosting a circle. Literally, our goal is to develop these circles across the country and abroad so that every woman has access to a circle of sisters and a safe space. And we have exciting announcements coming up for you in the fall. I can't wait, but I gotta wait. So until then, tonight we are literally going to talk about how do we stay sane in a crazy world? Hey there. Oh, you're so kind. Thank you. So listen, how do we stay sane in a crazy world? I'm wondering what you all think, right? But while you are thinking about it, we have someone to really help us talk about it. And Miss Jennifer Pope is absolutely amazing. First of all, I love the fact that she does a show on a regular basis called Music is My Therapy. She became my best friend in my head just because of that. But she has her own practice. Let me just bring her up here so she can tell you all of the amazingness. Hey, Jennifer.
Hey, how y'all doing today?
Yay! So glad to have you. Hello, Robin. Hello, Stephen. Hello, everybody on with us right now. Please feel free to say hello to us. We really want to talk about it tonight, Jennifer. You are a licensed therapist. You have your own practice.
Yes,
you have found a love of music to be therapy. Could you please tell us a little bit more about who you are and kind of what got you to this place of doing the work that you do?
yes. Thank you for having me. I appreciate you sharing your time with me this evening. And a little bit about me. I am a lover of people. I am a natural healer. I like you said, I have a small private practice here in Baltimore, Maryland. Where we do individual, family, and group therapy. Me and a few other clinicians that work alongside me are, just trying to heal our city and get everybody to the best version of themselves. Um, so outside of therapy, I'm just a licensed clinician. I am a social worker. And as any other person who's a social worker, no, we do everything.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so just I'm a mother. I have two awesome twin boys that just turned 13 last week. And I'm just an entrepreneur that just want to make a difference in my community. I want to be able to help people heal and get to a good place, because a lot of us are out here hurting. So however I can offer
Yeah.
my expertise, I'm here to do so.
Amazing. Girl, you got twins?
I do. Twin
13?
boys.
You don't look like you have 13 anything. 13-year-old
Well,
anything.
well, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Well, listen, thank you for that. Just the idea of whether it is resources, community support, therapy, social workers, counselors, healthcare professionals, all of y'all we have been in dire need of you during these
Yeah.
crazy times. And I'm just so glad to have you here to have this discussion with us. So the topic is, how do we stay sane in a crazy world? And I'm asking you all to share. You all know this is not just a one-way conversation. We want to hear from you all too. So let me know in the chat how you all are staying sane. What are you doing to manage what you have to deal with during this crazy time? And I'm wondering, while they're doing that, Jennifer, just as a social worker, having your own practice and helping support your community, what trends have you been seeing among your clients and in the community during this pandemic? What are the things you've been seeing the most?
Trends as of recently, we've had a lot of people suffering with depression and anxiety.
Mm,
Um, just being very unfulfilled with in the workplace. Our community is dealing with, I don't want to say it's an increase of racial tension and police brutality. I just like to think that the pandemic slowed us down enough to put a microscope on it.
wow.
So, dealing with that and it being so prevalent on the news and everyone's
Mhm,
talking about it, and and now we have these videos with these people that are being murdered, and we see them over
mm,
and over. It has sent everybody's mental health into a spiral, and I think I can
mm,
really say everybody, because anybody who has, watched these videos, has been in quarantine and away from their loved ones, had to adapt to virtual learning or
mhm.
working remotely. We have all experienced it to a certain degree. So,
Yeah.
yeah, that, I worked through the whole pandemic. I didn't get any time off. Everything went into hyper mode after we got shut down. So, people just didn't know how to deal. This is something that we've never had to experience in our lifetime. So we all had to adjust and adapt, and that could be very difficult for some people, especially people who already are, struggling with mental illness. So it has
Yeah.
been a challenging time. It has been very
Yeah.
challenging. But I would say definitely anxiety and depression are definitely at the top.
Yeah. I want to talk about, thank you for that, some of what you just shared, because I'm wondering, like you said, I know that all of us have dealt with something on some level.
Mhm.
But you touched on something that I think is so important. The fact that we get to, in this age of social media, this age of technology, we get to see it immediately. We get to see it over and over again. No matter what the news is, whether it's, trauma, whether it's violence, whether, no matter what it is, we can find it over and over again wherever we need to. And I'm wondering if you all, especially, I'm asking you how you are staying sane during this crazy time. I'm wondering if some of you all are like me, one of the ways I've chosen to cope, Jennifer, is I don't watch the news like that. I don't keep, the news feed and my news thread popping up and giving
Mhm.
me every 5 minutes what the updates are. I can't do it. And I think it has helped me manage better. Although, this time has probably been difficult for everyone. I've been able to maintain some steady peace about some things, but I think it's because I haven't inundated myself with it. Have you found that that's been some advice that you've given some of your clients?
Um, what one thing I definitely advise to everyone, not just my clients, my family, my friends,
Hmm.
disconnect. You
Yeah.
have to disconnect. And when I mean disconnect, I'm talking everything: social media,
Hmm.
TV, radio.
Hmm.
Disconnect. It's absolutely necessary that we do this periodically. I stopped watching the news years ago. I mean, like maybe like 2012.
Oh,
I don't watch the
Jennifer.
news. It's so negative. It's so depressing. It just brings you down. You rarely see anything good, positive, or uplifting on the news,
Yeah.
and especially if you watch something like CNN. Oh my goodness,
Hmm.
the world news is just too much. Um, so I try to get my pertinent information. Usually on an app or something, I might get a notification, but I choose to either look at the story or not look at the story. But
Yeah.
I think we're oversaturated with it. The news comes on at 6 a.m., 7 a.m., eight
Hmm.
a.m.,
Hmm.
9 a.m. Then it takes a break. It comes back on again at 12 p.m. during a lunch
Hmm.
break. Then it
Yep.
comes back on at 4, at
Hmm.
5, at
Yep.
6. Then it comes back on again at 10 and
10
at
at
11.
11.
It's
Hmm.
too
Yep.
much. It's too
Yeah.
much. And it's the same cycle of stories running over and over and over
Yeah.
again. Um, Anything that you do on a consistent basis should be positive. If you're
Yeah.
going to watch something in a cycle, watch something uplifting, watch a comedy, watch something to make you smile, watch something that inspires you, but definitely not anything that, brings you down, makes you sad or depressed or feel hopeless. You should never watch that in a loop.
So good. That's so important. I absolutely love that suggestion to disconnect and have really practiced it. My husband loves the news and he just likes to stay informed. And
Mm-hmm.
so that's just one place we've learned to manage, that he can keep me informed because I it's really not a thing to do. You've given us this suggestion and I want you all to tell us, are you news watchers? No shame in your game if you are, or is that a place that you have chosen to disconnect from in order to maintain your sanity and manage in this difficult time? I want you to talk about something that I think is really cool, and you may have some other suggestions, Jennifer. But you have delved sort of into, so you're a social worker, you have your own practice, but you, I think, are doing something a bit unique because you promote music therapy, and that's probably not every person in your field of work, right?
No.
As a way to manage and move through mental health and wellness. Could you talk a bit about why that's important to you and why you value it so?
Um, Music is so powerful.
Mm.
I get excited even talking about music. I'm actually right now at a jazz festival because I wanted to hear some live
Wow.
music. I've
Wow.
always loved music. My parents used to listen to music all the time, and I just grew a deep passion for it. Like I listen to music every day, and in 2018, my dad passed away. He was
Mm.
diagnosed with leukemia. Fought pretty hard, and he didn't make it through.
Mm. My condolences.
I'm a daddy's girl
Yeah.
through and through, so I took it extremely hard. And everybody deals with grief in different ways. And how grief kind of presented in me was through insomnia. I could not sleep. I was
Wow.
up for days, and just brokenhearted. I just couldn't sleep.
Mhm.
And one thing that got me through was listening to music. Um,
Mhm.
Music was soothing to me at that time. I would listen to certain lyrics, and then maybe a song I would hear, and I would play a part over and over again. That gave me some inspiration that I felt like was making me feel better. That elevated my mood just a little bit. Um, music that brought up good memories for me.
Mm-hmm.
I would listen to. And as I did this, I was sitting up in my bed. I had my tablet open, and I just said, everybody loves music. I don't know anybody who doesn't listen to music. This could be
Mm-hmm.
so helpful for other people. So I just started jotting stuff down, and next thing you know, I had a book. I literally like wrote it in 6 hours.
Wow.
um and just, it's a workbook, so it's interactive, and it led me to start doing research on how music works with the brain, and how could I become a certified music therapist, and talked about how we've always used music to heal us.
Mm.
This is actually not something new. It's just something that has never been shown in this light.
Right.
Even going back to African civilizations where you had shamans, they utilized music
Mm.
for healing. So we've always done it, but never really looked at it as more than entertainment. And so I really wanted to really bring to the forefront that music is just not to bop your head and snap your fingers. You can use music to heal yourself. And
Yeah.
as I did my research, music is used with Alzheimer's patients, children with autism,
Mm-hmm.
clients with PTSD, and
Mm-hmm.
we have this amazing phenomenon that we just aren't using the right way. So
Right.
I wanted to kind of shed a light to that. I wanted to educate people about that, and just talk about my real life experience and how it healed me.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't understand that therapists, we have the same life challenges you guys have. We may have a better roadmap on how to address these things, but
Mm-hmm.
nevertheless we have to figure out what works for us too, and that's why most therapists have a therapist, and it's very
Right.
important that we utilize that in any helping profession. But just figured out how to heal myself. I said I have to share this with people. I sat on it for a long time and didn't
Mm.
do anything with it. And a friend was like, "You got something that you're not sharing with us." It was so crazy. My friend called me out the blue one day, and I'm like, "What?"
Wow.
He was like, "You got something you should not share with us. You need to, do something." And we were in the middle of the pandemic, and I said, "You
Wow.
know what? I'm gonna go ahead and publish this book," and that's what I did while I
Wow.
was home in the quarantine. And I've been getting a lot of great feedback, a lot of love, and so many people are in touch with me by music, and so many different professions and walks of life. I'm just amazed. I'm always in awe when somebody, reaches out to my Instagram page and says, "Oh my goodness, I didn't think about it this way." I've had people say, "Oh my goodness, my therapist didn't use music in my." I'm like, "Whoa, everybody doesn't use.
Don't
Everybody
bash
doesn't
the.
done. Everybody don't do that." But I think it's awesome. I use it with my clients, and they love it. They
Yeah.
absolutely love it. So I definitely think music is something that we are just not using the right way, and I hope that through my book and speaking with people and doing workshops and interviews and things like that, that it really gets people to utilize music as a healing tool, as a coping
Yeah.
mechanism.
Yes. So, okay, we got to talk about this for a minute because I'm a music lover too,
Okay.
and so and we've already heard from a couple of people in the chat that yes, they use music as life. It's just in
Yep.
order to deal with life, and I love that you use it in your practice because not only does it set you apart and make you unique, but you started with the fact that it was working for you, and I
Mhm.
think oftentimes we we don't we may not think, just a regular person listening right now may not think we have something to share, and we're not the licensed therapist like Jennifer, and we didn't found Real Women Rock, but whatever is working for you is worth sharing with somebody else because
Yep.
it may work for them too. And so I'm curious, Jennifer, like, is there a certain genre of music that you go to for yourself or your clients, or does it run the gamut? Because let me tell you, so I'm church girl, born and raised, so I love church music, all kinds of church music, all that. That's a whole umbrella of genre in and of itself. Old time
Okay.
church and new school church, all of that. But then I was in the choir, so I love classical music. I love choir music, choral music, and I was just in the car literally today listening to some 80s stuff, just like
Okay.
really
Okay.
dreams of. And then, of course, I'm a yogi, so I love just really soothing, whether it's easy listening or nature sounds, just really just soothing music. So You can't name one I won't like, but I'm curious. Where do you sit? I love hip hop and everything else. Where do you sit as it relates to your favorite genres when it comes to music therapy?
My favorite in the therapy room would definitely be um R&B.
Mm. Oh, you
Jazz,
got a poppin' music therapy room. Okay.
yeah, jazz, jazz definitely, and actually, country music as well. I
Mm.
love country music, but
Mhm.
the thing is, with my book, I have a theme for every chapter, and
Wow.
what I did was I researched different genres. I did gospel, R&B, pop, heavy metal, hip hop, um, trap music. I did classical music. I just trying to figure out what songs would fit with each specific theme for the book. And
Mhm.
spirituality is one of the themes. Self motivation is one of the themes. I feel like a woman is one of the themes.
Mm.
So I give a list of songs that are song suggestions because I want my clients to, or anybody who purchases my book, to expand their music palette. I know a lot of people kind of stick to one genre, but I kind of challenge people to listen to different things because you know music is universal, and you never know what you might connect with.
Yeah.
Reggae music, depending on what your need is for that moment, you can
Yeah.
get it in any of those genres. But my go-to is definitely R&B. My absolute favorite is 90s R&B. I can get lost in my 90s R&B playlist. I can get lost there. So that's definitely my go-to.
So I'm just going to go ahead and put it in there because our listeners are having a blast with this already. So whether you are on the replay or whether you are right here live, what are your go-to genres when it's time for you to woosah, when it's time for you to let go and get wild, when it's just time for you to release some of what you've been dealing with as it relates to life. I love that this is kind of where we're going to be for our last few moments together because we can do a whole lot of things. We can journal. We definitely want to go see a therapist. We want to utilize the kind of services that your practice provides. We want to do what works for us. But to lift up music, which is something that is free of charge, all of
Yep.
us can go find it. We don't have to go to the store and buy it anymore thanks to YouTube and everything else, we
Right.
can actually access any kind of music that speaks to us. So, real quick, I just wanted you to see that Taylor said, when I realize I'm being hard on myself, I listen to R&B love songs and sing them to myself. I know that's right.
Yeah. Real loud too. Sing it with your whole soul. Yes.
Yes, I love it. And then my, yeah, you just get yourself. And then Terry says, to relax, I listen to jazz and smooth jazz. I absolutely love that. So you all tell us what your favorite genres are. And I would love for you to talk more. Tell us the name of your book, anything that you want to share about it, and then where we go to find you. I'll give you final words in a second, but I would love to find out
Okay.
what the book is called and where we go to find you.
Okay. The book is called Music is My Therapy. It's
Mm-hmm.
at any book retailer. You can find it at Barnes and Nobles, Amazon, iBooks, Kindle. There's a local African American bookstore in the Baltimore area called Urban Reads. They're carrying the book there. Um, or you can go to my website, which is www.jpopeconnections.com. If you would like an autographed copy and a personalized copy, I can mail that out to you as well. Um, so the book, it starts off kind of going over how music works and when the brain, how music can heal, traumas, how the book kind of goes over that. So you can understand the actual mechanics of how you hear the music, how it goes through the ear, how it processes in the brain, and which parts of the brain that processes the music. And then we kind of get into the chapter with the different themes, and we talk about, what lyrics stood out for you, how did it make you feel, what did you gain from it, and you at the end of the chapter you pick a song. So at the end of the book, you create a playlist, and that playlist is uniquely yours. It's about you, your life, and how you experience music through all of these different themes throughout the book. So it's fun, it's interactive, it's something to do. It's not necessarily journaling. I like to call it a workbook, an interactive workbook. And when you get through it, just kind of going back through it and reading through it to see, where you are, or what kind of songs kind of touched you and what were meaningful for you. It could be, very introspective. A lot of times people, feel things, but it becomes more real when you actually put it on paper.
Girl, we are going to get that book tonight. I love it. I
Oh,
love
so
the framing of it. I love the interactivity of it. I love that that's kind of that's what's been working for you, and you activated it in a workbook so that it could work for other people. I love that. You all heard Jennifer's website is jpopeconnections.com. I put it on the screen so that you could go there, get the book, whether you decide to go to one of the book outlets or get it directly from her in order to get it autographed. It is called Music is My Therapy. We would absolutely love for her to see a spike in her book sales as a
yeah.
result of this. Would love that. And Tara says, for inspiration, I listen to gospel. Look at CCM to dance. I listen to house and dance music, to R&B to get wild. I listen to. I love it because you got to know what works. You got to
Yep.
know what change. Music changes our mood. It really does. And so if we use it appropriately, it can really lift our spirits when we need it. It can allow us to be more thoughtful and reflective. I love that. What are
Yes.
your final words for us? Because we're gonna let you get back to this jazz festival, girl. What what are your words for us final as it relates to just staying sane with all that we have to deal with? What would your advice as a licensed counselor who has her own practice, social worker? What is your advice to us?
My advice would be to allow yourself some grace. we
Mm,
we are so hard on ourselves to be anything and everything for everybody. The
mm.
superwoman syndrome is real. We are, killing ourselves, ladies, especially African American women. We are dying of heart disease at record numbers because we take care of everybody but ourselves. So when you need to call out, take your mental health day. When you need to call in, sis, or your kids' godparents or whatever, say, hey, I just need a minute. Do that. It is no shame in reaching out for help. Um, it's something that I struggled with for a very long time. I think I'm doing better with it
Yeah,
now. Because we were, told to be strong. And
yeah,
us holding this mantle of be strong, be strong, be strong is killing us. Sometimes
absolutely.
we need to be real with ourselves, give ourselves the break that is needed.
Hmm.
um so that's one way. Another way is, stay connected with people. This
Mm,
quarantine did a number on us. It really did. So stay connected with family and friends and loved ones. um do something to reach out and help someone. It fills your heart. It gives you purpose. It gives you inspiration. Stay connected to whatever, spiritual entity that you subscribe to. That is
mhm.
definitely important. And also, be kind to yourself. We want to take on a lot. As Americans, we do a lot. We do too much. um Getting the proper amount of rest and sleep is necessary, is crucial.
Yes.
Eating healthy is crucial, but
Mhm,
also going out and cutting out with your friends is crucial.
mhm.
um, Doing a Netflix marathon and just chilling out is crucial. Going for a walk in your neighborhood, and just having some quiet time where you can hear birds chirping or you can hear, a breeze blowing. That is crucial as well. So, we have to take care of ourselves. There's a reason that the airlines tell you to put on your mask first before you can do it to anybody else. You got to save yourself first. And that is not selfish, it's self preservation. And I think we all need to utilize that fully. far, far more than we are, because we are definitely doing too much.
So good. Listen, you all just got a ton of tips. I tried to put them all on the screen for you. I couldn't type fast enough. A ton of tips from a licensed social worker who has her own practice and services, supports folks every single day that are dealing with coping with the hardships of life. And so you are not alone. You are not by yourself. Do something for yourself that brings you joy. I just finished saying this to a community that I work with, that we ought to be doing something new, something drastic, something fun, something that takes us out of our routine and our comfort zone. And I love what you said. Take a mental health day. Like that's not a slick day. That is a real health day that you need to take. Yep. Sometimes in order for you to rejuvenate and restore yourself. A lot of times we wear, I haven't used any of my leave as a badge of honor, as if that's something good. You earned that leave.
With hundreds of hours of PTO.
Yes.
It's ridiculous.
End up losing it at the end of a year, all of that. So allow ourselves some grace, do some things that we enjoy. This has been amazing, Jennifer. Thank you so much for your time. You all don't forget to go to her website, jpopeconnections.com. We would absolutely love for you to pick up her book, Music is My Therapy. It sounds like an interactive workbook that we all need. I'm going to go get it. And I would really appreciate it if you all did the same as a result of viewing this. Thank you again, Jennifer. We really appreciate you.
And I want to just let everybody know that we have a Music is My Therapy IG page where I go live talking to people about music and their love for it. We cut up and have a good time, and discuss how music impacts us. And I talk to different people from different career paths. And this week coming up, we have a singer songwriter. DJ by the name of Shannon. She's amazing. I can't wait to have this interview with her. But I have a great lineup of interviewees coming up, so definitely check out the IG page.
We would love that. Absolutely. So look up Music is My Therapy on IG, you all. Jennifer A. Pope. Don't forget to do it. You all, every Thursday night, we have a special guest with us. We have these sneak peeks into real conversations with real amazing women. And it has been absolutely amazing tonight. We've even got someone that said the workbook is awesome. She uses it with her and support her and grab the book. So y'all got to do it now. You got a testimonial in here as well. So you got to get the book. Thank you for that. And so we invite you back here every Thursday night. We have a new guest every Thursday night that we have a guest. We will be here. And we appreciate you joining us. Share this out with someone. It's on the replay on Facebook and on YouTube. And we encourage you to go to our website, realwomenrock.org. Again, realwomenrock.org to find out more information about our sister circles. We just started meeting in person again outdoors. And so we invite you to the website to find out more information about our next one, which is coming up this Saturday. If anything about the weather prevents us from doing it, we will let you know by email. So don't forget to go to realwomenrock.org and sign up on our subscription list. We appreciate you all. Have a great night.
Thanks for having me. Enjoy your evening.
Thank you. Good evening.